Sonny, Joey, 500. Got some goats in the building.
Get ready for a shakedown.
Prepare for a shakedown. We from Philly where they clap like huddles when they break down. Get ready for a shakedown. We underdogs, my guy. Kinda used to all the hate now. Prepare for it, man. Y'all get it. My QB got swag. My wideout is award winning. His fly was fly. Joey and 500. Like and subscribe. Yeah. Here's a quote you can sing back. Shake squad up and don't be a dingbat. It's a shakedown.
Don't you frown.
It's
Here
a
comes the shakedown.
Let's go.
Yo, by the way, Kick Dingbat here, and welcome to the Philly Shakedown podcast with your host, Philly 500 and Joeyshakes. And you know, we had to do this a little late today because they just had America's game. And I told my wife was laughing at me because she came in the room home from work and they were playing a song, the intro music, and they're showing the ring. And I'm all like crying and tearing up. Like, I remember watching that show when it first started, back when they did the Rams and they did the Steelers and they did all these other teams. Going, are we ever going to be in this? Are we ever going to see this?
And we are.
And yeah, man, here we are finally. And I thought this one was way better than 2017. I thought the 2017 one was like, let's just do a quick Eagles video documentary because we got to. You know what I mean? So I really liked it.
Yeah, it was a nice thing to kind of, go through this for one last time before we get into the 2025 season. Our last smile, well, it won't be the last smile at our face yet in good memory. We hoping to have more of those, and hopefully this will be another year of that. So,
well, we're gonna have some more memories, that's for sure. I don't believe we're done yet. I do not believe we're done yet. Cosmo Kramer, what's going on, my man? Logan Motorsports, Shannon, EN890. Thank you guys so much for being here. James Hawthorne, thank you for the super chat, my man. Appreciate that. James Hawthorne, thank you for 2 super chats. Thank you so much, my man. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Chris North, what's going on? Dave Dust, Lord of Darkness, Donnie, Ham Hock Beans, Lily G. Griffith, Barbie the Princess, Dolly YouTube, what is up? Mr. 1340, Linda Conyers, what's going on? Giovanni, Stinky Fish, everybody that's here, thank you so much. If I missed any, appreciate it. I see Mav is here. He's pissed off about something. Who knows? Let's see. I'm buying you and your wife tickets, Philly, to the Chargers game. We'll see. OG Garcia, what's going on? Sean, J-Dog, where are you hiding? Every team sucks but the Eagles. I like that name. Mark, Lacyford, J-Dog, Blizzy, thank you guys so much for being here. We should start with, the first thing we should start with is the injury report. Injury report today looks like everybody but Tanner McKee is ready to go. Yeah. Landon Dickerson expected to play. I think that's gigantic for the Eagles tomorrow.
Yeah, Landon, that one was a little from a couple of days ago. It was like, then it was a back injury. Then we got a little nervous over that. So, because they brought Kenyon Green to the active 53, and then you have Brett Toth back there as well. So, I mean, we were fine with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith. We weren't worried about that. They were going to come back. They had time. Makuba's back in time. I'm hoping, I'm guessing, so relatively they're pretty healthy right now, which is good.
Yeah, I expect Makuba to be worked in there. We'll see how many snaps he gets. Nick Marchetti, thank you for the super chat. He goes, converted my girl to an Eagles fan. Go Birds. Good job, my man. Another soul has been saved. That is good news. What up, Philly? What's going on? Where's 500? I don't know. I don't know where I am. Leon Banks, my man, member for 21 months, says it's F Dallas. We win tomorrow, 34-14. Jalen is big game. Man, I thought Jalen in that documentary came off really, really good, man. I thought it was a really good documentary to have him in, because because of just how people perceive him. I loved hearing what he had to
Yeah.
say, you know.
And you just see his mentality from like 22 from that year to the things that they changed really going to this year, and just some stuff we didn't hear either, you know. So which was pretty cool.
Now somebody in the chat, I can't find the chat. I'm looking for the specific one. Somebody said it was going to rain there tomorrow. Is that what they're calling for?
The Eagles put out a some type of note to the fans that are coming to the game. They're saying people that have tickets, they should come. There's a weather advisory tomorrow. I just didn't know what it was for. I haven't really checked the weather at all. So I guess that's the case now. So people that don't have tickets, they want to be home, you know, which no one's going to listen anyway. So, you know.
Well, yeah. I'll say this. Any bad weather situation favors the Eagles. I mean, right? I mean, if it's raining and windy and stuff like that, Dallas has got to throw. Because, I mean, look, I don't think Dallas can run the ball versus the Eagles. I challenge Dallas to run the ball. I think it's going to be a hard struggle. I do.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know? Bryce Blackwell, my man, thank you for the super chat. He goes, great hype video about toughness. The team is ready. We might put up 50 on them tomorrow. Laugh out loud. Defense should play strong. The crowd will be hyped and ready. 45-17 blowout. I'm ready for the season again. You
know what? That would be great. You know, for a start of a first game off rust, I would be great. I would be really nice by that. But we gotta be, you know, we have to slow down because we don't know what's gonna happen. But you know, we'll see.
Yeah. Hazard 88, thank you for super chickens. The link is gonna be crazy. Playoff energy. It's gonna be crazy. And I gotta tell you, you know, we can enjoy this Super Bowl. We can talk about Super Bowl. I got a banner myself. It goes up tomorrow. It's going. I think it's going to go right here. New Super Bowl banner before kickoff. However, once that ball's kicked off, dude, I ain't talking about the Super Bowl anymore.
Yeah, right.
You know, only one thing about it I'll talk about. We can talk about that later. But Hazard, thank you so much, man. I think the link's going to be awesome. I want like destruction. Like I want like 55-3, like 80-0. Like I want it to be so bad that Mark Holmes has nothing he can say. DC for Life 1882. Thank you so much for the super chat. Tomorrow kicks off the road to the Super Bowl. Not for my boys, but the other 31 teams. Cheers, a healthy season, everyone. Pound Jerry makes me drink. Thank you, man. At least we got an honest Cowboy fan here. You know, an honest Cowboy fan. So we can respect that. It's funny because I was on Dan Silio's show today, and Mark was doing his one thing about like, you know, that Micah does this wrong and Micah does that wrong and Micah this. I'm like, dude, you were crying the blues, drunk, passed out, literally, dude, passed out on your bathroom floor because you were upset. Now it's a great deal. Now the Cowboys, he wasn't that good. Now he's not Lawrence Taylor. Oh, come on, man. That's what I'm saying about Cowboy fans, dude. Not all of them, but some of them are just like, I just scratch my head, you know? 40-6, member for 23 months. Thank you so much. He goes, show me the MTDS. What's that mean? I'm going to get you week 1, 500. I love the recap of the season. Barkley going for 2K. Again, it starts tomorrow. I picture Barkley on the edge running over Bland for a touchdown. Go Birds. I love that, 40-6. Are you sure? Okay, I got you. You show me. Got you. Okay. Listen, let me say this. I don't know why I have a feeling. I just have a feeling that Barkley is in like this weird like 2 or 3 year window where it's just going to go good for him. And I think he's actually got a chance at 2000 again. I know people don't talk about that often. I know, but I really feel like it's actually possible, dude.
Yeah,
and it's never happened. Never happened.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot on your body. You know what I mean? I mean, look, when you really think about it, like from a team where he came from the Giants, where he was getting hit in the backfield, where he wasn't getting into the second level, in between the tackles and getting those, getting those free releases through the line, it's going to make him have a more healthy, few years, even if like he might just have a couple years and that's it. He might just, you even said he might retire out of nowhere, it might happen. So I think we always have to be ready for that. But if he feels that his body is good for this year, and I think it is, Sirianni will not overrule him.
You know what people have said at camp? They're like, Barkley looks better than last year. That's what they've been saying, but they've been trying to keep him fresh because he took so many carries. We'll see. I feel like, I don't know, I get Priest Holmes vibes, guys that have like these 3 or 4 year, 2 to 4 year windows where it's just like ridiculous numbers. I feel like he could be in that. The documentary J-Dog was on NFL Network. Gustavo, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Shout out to you. He said, "What's good, Joey and Philly? Happy week 1 and Banner Eve. I'm still in shock that we are Super Bowl champions. I'm happy and proud for this team and the coaches to have that ring on their finger. Let's go back to back. Let's do it. I'll take another one. I would love to catch Dallas by 2030.
Oh yeah.
That'll work for me. I would love it. Thank you so much, man, for that super Gustavo. Chat. We really appreciate it. Let's see here. Blowout coming 33-13. Yeah. Marcus say Mike is not LT yet. Now he's not LT, and I'm sorry, Jerry Jones. I was wrong, is what we're getting from Mark. Hey, Dwight, you better. Oh, that's somebody else talking to. Chris Scott, a member for 48 months. Thank you so much. He goes, I see the first play of the game is going to be a deep route to AJ off play action. I totally could see that. I could even see, like, if you add, like, I would like to see them add bootlegs with Jalen Hurts, because I think that play action and have him bootleg out the opposite way, stop, set up, I think he would kill teams with it. We didn't really run that last year at all, did we?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
But play action should be killer for us,
Yeah.
To me, the only issue that I worry about is if, you get a new offensive coordinator and he comes out and he's like, hey, you know what? I want to show that we can throw the ball 50 times a game and still score. And then all of a sudden you start struggling because you're going away to what got you there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, just stick with the script tomorrow. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah.
If you want to go throw 40 times versus Kansas City, fine. I don't care. But not against Dallas. Kick their ass.
Mm-mm.
Joel Ramos, thank you for the super chat. He goes, Jalen, 25 of 30, 287 passing yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 1 fat-ass W. I love it.
Sounds good to me.
I love it. I'll take it. I mean, when you look at the matchups, like if we talked about the offense versus the Cowboys' defense, obviously their defense lose Micah Parsons, right? And, I don't think that their run game is going to be as much better as they think it's going to be with just one guy. I mean, I look at it and I think, man, you can run on the Dallas Cowboys, dude. You're going to be able to run on them.
Because the Eagles really, all they got to do is, I mean, even we don't even know if Kenny Clark is even at 100% health now, is really going to put too much into this game. I mean, you're getting rid of a good player, a better player in Micah Parsons that could rush, that could play outside linebacker, that could go in coverage, that could do a multitude of things. And Jerry tries to say that it's all because they needed somebody to stop the run, that they were calling teams around for, if you didn't have a good DT, I wasn't calling you for, you weren't worth my time in a trade. I mean, that's pretty much how that whole thing went. I don't think it fixes them. Did it make them better on the line? But losing Micah, we're going to see if that really affected them this year. We're going to see if that move a week before the season starting, a week before your best player on the entire team, is that going to fragment the locker room, or are they going to, kind of fight off of that? Are they going to stick together?
I mean, it's a great question. Yeah. It's a great question. And like I said, I just think if the Eagles come out and just start running the ball, I think Dallas is going to, they're going to bring guys up the box. They're going to sell up to stop the run. And then Hurts is going to be able to make the passes downfield. And then Barkley's going to break one or two giant 30, 40-yard runs. I really think Barkley might go for 200 tomorrow. And I'm not even kidding you. I'm not even kidding you. I think it's possible. Kenny Clark was worse against the run than Micah last year. Kenny Clark, I mean, we handled him game 1 in Brazil. Where was he in the playoffs? Didn't do nothing.
His toe.
Oh, his toe. That's right. Yeah, we broke his ass toe. We pulled an Avante Maddox on him. Where are you hiding? Says, what are your thoughts about Dallas comparing us to the 2012 Giants in their season opener that year? I don't even remember what happened. I guess Dallas beat them in their season opener. The thing about that Giants team in 2012, wasn't that the team that, like, they weren't really good during the year? They got hot in the playoffs, right? And they went on a run. Eli was on the road. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's the same type of team. I think there's a different type of team. The way the Eagles are built. I mean, the Eagles have what, the youngest or second youngest defense in the National Football League. See, I think for the and if we talk about what the Cowboys have to do, like, I think the Cowboys got to figure a way to stop the run. And I think they're going to need turnovers. Like, I don't think if they don't win the turnover battle, they're not winning this game. And the other thing is that, their advantage is that they have a new coach, new offense. We haven't seen what they like to do or how they're going to do it. I think they've got to hit plays early. Like, they've got to take some big shots early in this game. If I'm a Cowboys coach, I'm trying to make some big plays early while teams haven't seen us. You know what I mean? Come right out of the gate. Get points on the board. Because I do think the Eagles are going to be rusty. I mean, if you look at the Green Bay game last year, Hurts threw 2 interceptions in that first quarter.
Yeah.
It may take them a while.
That's what I'm expecting.
If you're Dallas, you got to jump on that and get some sort of lead early. Dallas, in order to have a chance, they need to be up like 10-0 early or something like that. If they don't hit on plays early, they're done. They're done. Because once the Eagles knock off the rust, I think it's checkmate, dude. I do.
And unless the Eagles are rusty defensively, Dallas, I would say Dallas would try to run the ball, but who do they got? That
I don't know.
Jadon Blue's been dealing with an injury. I don't know if he's healthy for this game. Miles Sanders. I mean, I forgot who the other guy is that came off injury last year. He's like a low risk, high reward type running back.
And that's enough. That's all you need to say. Who the hell? I can't remember who the other guy is.
Not dogging on them at all. No, like, legit, who do they have?
Right. I don't know. See, I think that's where I think the Eagles have. I mean, I like their Cowboys. I think they have a really good center, but I think the advantage still, is for the Eagles. I think it's the line of scrimmage. I mean, that's really where your advantage is on both sides. Your offensive line versus their defensive line, and then your defensive, especially that interior for the Eagles versus the Cowboys, I think are big advantages for the Eagles.
True.
Jalen, is that what you wanted to see? That's right. That was versus Pittsburgh, I believe.
When they
pushed the rust off. Yeah. I mean, Devontae Williams is the running back. Yeah.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
Who?
Yeah.
Come on now.
It could. Yeah. I mean, literally, it could be anybody. It could be a Warrior Rage is their running back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Logan Motorsports could be the running back. I mean, exactly. And then I heard that, Cowboys have been preaching, run it up the middle on teams, Go for it. I just think this is a really bad matchup for the Cowboys. The only way they got a chance is the Eagles are sleeping. The Eagles are rusty, and they come out and surprise them. It would have to be. I will say that if you're going to upset a good team, it's the first 4 weeks is the most likely time that'll happen.
True.
That's most likely. But I mean, we'll see. CW Gearhead, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. He goes, I hope Q hits the jugs machines this year. Don't want to see 4 dropped picks from him this year because his hands are just for decorations. I agree. He's got to catch those interceptions, man.
Yeah, right.
Got to
It was
catch those
it,
interceptions.
yeah. It just got to a point last year. Speaking
Yeah, I
of
just think it was his head. You know.
yeah, probably. Speaking of Q, I mean, even the cornerback room in general. I mean, it seems like Nick and Fangio have been keeping it so into secret to their chest on safety on CB2. You know, he says, "Oh, Jacorian Benny, you might see him play this year, maybe Thursday," and then Nick says all this great stuff about Adoree Jackson, what he's done this offseason. And Adoree Jackson's even saying, I don't even know if I'm starting. If my number is called, I'll play in the game. But I honestly have no idea. Like, Adoree Jackson could be starting for this team tomorrow night.
I heard it was Adoree Jackson tomorrow. I read somewhere today that it was going to be Adoree Jackson. But I don't think that's necessarily means that you won't see Bennett at some point. I think Bennett is going to take over. I really do. What interests me tomorrow is how are the Cowboys going to try to play the Eagles? Like, are you going to line CeeDee Lamb on the outside, or are you going to keep him in a slot? Because I feel that CeeDee Lamb is more effective in the slot than on the outside. I'm not saying he's not good on the outside, but I just think he's way better in the slot. But that's a much better matchup for us. Are you going to let Q follow Pickens? You know, I want to see what they do with that.
Right.
You know, I just don't know. You know, a lot of things have to go right for Dallas to win this game. And I'm not saying that. I'm really not saying that trying to be like cocky about it. I'm not. I'm just saying if you look at the matchup and you look at where the Cowboys struggle and where the Eagles, don't, it doesn't seem like it matches up well, you know. Now, if they come out and they run the ball, then fine.
And honestly, Phil, I'm just saying, like, this past offseason, I felt like the Eagles have been truly focused. They've been trying to put the Super Bowl behind them. And, you know, he's really got them to a point where they're not even going to be out there on the field for the banner drop. I mean, if that doesn't tell you, like, they want these guys and the players, there's a lot of Eagle fans talking about the play, you know, that maybe Nick is making the players do this. And I think a lot of players don't really care too much about the banner. I think at this point, especially in September now, I think they want to focus on this 25 season compared to the Cowboys, where when has it really been a focused off season? It's just been drama, not only off the field, but drama on the field at practice. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a huge difference night and day.
Yeah. K. Robinson says, "Hey guys, just got here. Did you guys watch?" Yeah, I saw the hype video earlier today, and then of course we watched America's game.
Yeah.
And that was amazing. Did you see the hype video by chance?
I didn't. No, I was actually wondering if they put out one. It's good.
Dude, you got to watch it, dude. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It shows you the toughness of this team. Samuel, thank you for the super chat, my man. We appreciate it. Hope Kevin Patullo play calls more like the playoffs and first preseason. Run game, play action, fast, creative, spreading the ball, and go long outside the numbers. One more season with you guys. It's the 5th. Greetings from Brazil. Go Birds. Shout out to you in Brazil.
Shout out to you, bro.
Where it all began.
Pretty much, yeah.
Last year, right?
Yeah.
You know, listen, man, you know, that game was like 30-something to 29. That was a high scoring game.
Yeah.
You know, that was really a high scoring game versus them, you know. The Packers last year. Question is what's the over under going to be this year? Oh, you know, and speaking of that, Joey, we got to talk about this. Let me get it, but we got to talk about this here right quick. For those that don't know, we have a sponsorship with ProfitX. It's the ultimate prediction market. Make peer-to-peer plays, set your own odds, and compete with fans. Not the house, but better odds and thrilling sweepstake actions. Legal in 40 states. There's 50 states, but it's legal in 40. ProfitX is your go-to for sports predictions. You can sign up using our promo code. The description is in each of our links there in our description. You can check them out. Use the promo codes right underneath. And, dude, look, if you look at what they got for tomorrow, Joey, The over under for this game is 47.5, man. What do you think, man? Do you like the over or the under?
The under, I think the under would make more sense to me, just because look, we always talk about the slow starts every year coming into the regular season, not playing the starters in preseason, and I could see maybe 41 points, maybe a little bit lower than that. So I wouldn't go. Maybe this will happen later in the season, but as for the start, I'll probably take the under on this.
You take the under,
just a little bit. Yeah, I gotta.
My play is the over.
Okay.
I have a weird thing about the unders. I don't like unders because once it hits, then it's like over. I like over, so I would play the over. The question isn't the Eagles. I think the Eagles will score points. The question is how many points is Dallas going to score? My prediction was what? 34-17. So yeah, it's close. If you also look at last year, like I said, that was like 50-something points. Do you think that preseason and lack of preseason, do you think that these teams are more likely to score more points because the defense is behind or the offense is behind?
Yeah, I mean, depending on how you kind of have it set up, I mean, because it just depends on how many people you're sitting out in the offseason program too, because it's not like the Eagles are got a lot of defensive guys playing in preseason as well. But yeah. I think they're hoping that the defense will put the offense in good position for this first game, and they can knock off the rust. And maybe you think it's over because they're just going to take a shot. They're just going to keep taking shots, and when they see it, it's going to happen. And
Yep, exactly.
Could be there.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We both got our plays. Joey's got the under. I got the over. Somebody has got to win.
We're going to find out.
See. And you guys can check that out. Just click the link in the descriptions. And shout out to Prophet X.
Yes.
OG Kush, member for 16 months. Thanks so much. He goes, go Birds, fly Eagles fly, 1-0. Mm-hmm. I love it, man. 1-0. I don't think any Eagle fan thinks they're losing this game, dude. I just don't.
know.
I hope they kill them. Like, who I think is going to have a monster game tomorrow? I think people are going to be shocked. Except for us. We won't be shocked. I think Jordan Davis has a big game. I think Jordan Davis is going to have a big game.
Yeah.
I just do. I got this feeling, dude. Like, everybody's sleeping on Carter and, got to worry about Carter. Got to double Carter. And Jordan Davis has been, getting in shape all season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's, athletic. I think he's going to have a sack and a half tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I think there's just been a lot of hype towards him in this past offseason because of like you said, the shape that he's in. And unfortunately, we didn't see him play at all. It's been mostly the practices, but I want to see this in real game minutes. I want to see this tomorrow night, what they're talking about with him already. So I'm excited too.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. Oh, speaking, we had America's game, right? Do you ever watch the Hard Knocks training camps?
I have, maybe a while back. I did. I haven't watched them in a while.
You know that in November? I think December. They're doing a Hard Knocks NFC East.
I heard
where they're going to be going to all four teams, like as they're winding down the season, fighting for the division. That's going to be really good.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, man. I really enjoyed the last year they did that for the AFC North. I thought it was really good. Dwight Davis says 500 Jordan Davis is a damn bum. He ain't a bum. You're going to see tomorrow. Listen, you can't call Jordan Davis a bum when he goes out and has the NFC Championship game he had and the Super Bowl game he had. The guy came up clutch in two of the biggest games of his career. Jordan Davis is not a bum. He's far from it. He just took a while for him to be the conditioning he needs. I don't think Jordan Davis is a bum at all.
And I have to say, and there's probably people in the chat that have really fought hard for Davis, and we have fought really hard for him. And what he showed at the end of the year was great. I think that's a really good starting point. If he's at the shape that he's in right now, and it's athletically making him better, maybe making him a better pass rusher. And we're not really asking for that, but You know,
I mean, Jalen Carter's like, dude's faster than me. Nolan Smith is like, this dude's getting more reps than me. It has changed for Jordan Davis. Jordan Davis is on another level, man. He is.
Yeah, it's true.
You know. Oh, here you go. 500. Kenny Clark is a monster. The running game. You're going to see what big number 95 going to do with that overrated defense. Well, he's on off. He's on defense. He's not on offense, so he can't play the defense. But this is what's going to happen to Mr. Kenny Clark. Oh, my foot, my toe, my toe. Who do you think was out there week 1 versus the Eagles? Kenny Clark. What did the Eagles do? They ran all over him. He can't mess with this offensive line. He stinks. He stinks. He's old. Just give him a wheelchair. He's old.
It's you got rid of Micah and got Kenny Clark. It's just I don't think it.
Yeah.
I don't think you added anything besides maybe somebody that you really needed, but it didn't help overall. No, I don't think so.
No. 500. I don't know if you're going to stream the Chiefs Chargers game, but YouTube might take it down if you do. Why would they take it down? I don't understand why would they take it down. As long as I don't show anything or have any audio, they won't take it down. I'm not breaking any rules. I am streaming the game, by the way. I am streaming that game, and then I'm streaming the Washington Giants game on Sunday, and then I think I'm probably going to do a double header. I don't know what the other game is. I think Green Bay Detroit. I think I might do that one too. That's a good game. So I'm gonna be busy this weekend. CW Gearhead, thank you for the super chat, but man, he goes, everyone used to say BG was a bust, a bum, and look how he turned out. Exactly. But I mean, Jordan Davis, the issue wasn't that he wasn't good when he was on the field. Come on, dude. He was instantly effective in the run game. Instantly shut down the run. And his problem was that he needed to be better as a pass rusher, and he wasn't conditioned, and he wouldn't get the reps that he needs.
Yeah.
I think that's changed. And look, and Ajomo's good too, by the way. So I like our defensive tackles a lot too.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not even playing Ojomo, like I felt like I haven't even seen Ojomo once. We've heard his name at practice, but no. I mean, he's coming into that Milton Williams role as the number 3 guy.
Yeah.
So you're hoping that who's going to be, do they like Gabe Hall a lot? Do they like Bryce Young a lot next to him? Ty Robinson, I don't think he had the most amazing, year, rookie offseason program, but they're not going to give up, on him after 1 year. So I think he'll get better as the season goes on, but
yeah. Dre Diesel, thank you for the super chat. Goes, how y'all feeling? Did you get your fantasy league all set? Yeah, mine's all set. I feel pretty good about my team. Ace Lux, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I'm a Jordan Davis believer. I am too. I saw Jordan Davis sack Jaden Daniels, then go to the sideline and start headbutting guys with helmets on without a helmet on himself. I said, that dude's a beast. And then in the Super Bowl, look how good he played. He was great in the Super Bowl and in the whole playoffs. You know why? Because that's when he started getting conditioned, Joey. That was when he was doing his whole bike thing.
The elliptic,
They started giving him more reps in the playoffs. Ace Lux, David Super Chat. He goes, Kenny Clark toe or Maddox toe? Same thing. He has a Maddox toe problem. Last year, the Eagles gave him one. Maverick, David Super Chat goes 55-6 Eagles, and I'm not even kidding. I believe you. I totally believe you, dude. I totally believe you believe that, and I'll take it. Justin, David Super Chat goes, what if the Cowboys shut out the Eagles? I don't know, man. Then just get ready. The aliens are almost here at that point. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm literally just preparing myself to. I'm just preparing myself. That's not going to be a perfect game by the Eagles. Like I know there's going to be some things to talk about. Yeah,
it's going to be. I think it's going to be a sloppy first quarter and a half. I actually think it's going to be low scoring early on. I think that both teams are going to be rusty. I mean, both teams have not had their starters out, so I could see back and forth. And then I kind of see the Eagles going, all right, look, we're going to get sick of this. We're going to go up tempo. Let's start establishing Barkley. I mean, the best way to establish and knock the rust off is run the ball. And Dallas is going to come out and, they're going to try to stop the run. So if you want to take shots early, play action, I get it. I don't have a problem with it. But, I think we'll be all right. CW Gearhead, thank you again for the super chat, my man. He goes, also random question, but who you all got as dark horse playoff team?
Dark horse
that
playoff
sneaks in for the AFC. Dark horse playoff team that sneaks in for the AFC and NFC. See, the NFC, everybody's taking Chicago, and I kind of like Chicago myself, but I'll go Chicago, I guess, in the NFC, and in the AFC, I think the Chargers would be a dark horse team for me.
Yeah, I could probably agree.
Yeah. Freddie Lemus, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, what do you guys want to see improve this year from our team? I want us to start the season strong. Too many slow starts. Yeah, it would be nice. I just wonder, and thank you for that Super Chat, Freddie. I just wonder that if, when you don't play all preseason, if it takes you a couple weeks to kind of get into it, that's like kind of like you got to deal with that because of the way that they go about the preseason. But I'll tell you what I would like to see this year is I want to see improvement, and I want to see Jaylex Hunt and Nolan Smith take the next step. They played good, right? I mean, Nolan was fantastic in the playoffs. I thought Jaylex Hunt really started to be effective. What are they going to do? What are they going to be? Are they going to be effective enough to come in right away and start putting pressure on Dak? If Dak has all day to throw, that's not a good thing. They're going to stay on the field, and it's going to be a lot closer game than it needs to be. You got to get pressure. You got to get home. And I know that pressure, and a lot of it comes from the interior of that line.
Yeah.
But I really want to see what those guys do, man, in their second, especially Jaylex Hunt. Like, what are you going to do in your second year?
Yeah, and I think you have two free agents in Ojulari and Uche that have chips on their shoulders, wanting big contracts for next year. And these were two guys. One is a natural edge rusher at Uche that missed. That was a healthy scratch, was traded during the year to KC last year, just couldn't really learn the defense in time and just sat out the rest of the year. But he had double-digit sacks with the Patriots a year prior to that. And Ojulari, I mean, he's averaging 4 or 5 sacks a year, but just injured every year. This is the first time where he's been healthy. And I thought Ojulari had, I think if you take Jaylex Hunt and Nolan Smith out of it, I think Ojulari has really come up a lot in this offseason program. I mean, if someone is gonna make some noise, and I hope it's all of them. I hope we see a lot from everybody. So be good.
Yeah. Justin Ryan says, thank you for the super chat. Why don't you like The Simpsons? I
don't think it's funny. I don't know, but I don't think it's funny. I've never thought The Simpsons were like.
I just don't
maybe
like
back in the day.
My future. I don't watch it. I never watch. I don't watch a lot of cartoons.
Yeah,
I just don't. Fade to Gaming. Member for 15 months. Thank you so much. He goes, yo, what up, 500 Joey? Who's your MVP on offense and defense? Then your sleeper for offense and defense. Also love both of y'all content. Thank you so much. So MVP on offense. Are you talking about MVP of the league or the Eagles?
Eagles, I think he means.
For the Eagles, MVP, I think Saquon's going to have another monster year. I really, really do. Defensively, I think Jihad Campbell or Jordan Davis would be my two. Well, Jordan Davis, I'll put as my sleeper on defense. How about that? But I think Jihad Campbell, dude. I mean, dude, everything we're hearing, he's a beast. He's
showing it on the field.
I think he's going to make immediate impact tomorrow.
Yeah, it's scary that offenses have to deal with that, bro, because he's making plays. He's always making plays.
Yeah, so I would go MVP. I'll go Barkley, but I'm going to go Campbell, and then I know that's almost like a sleeper pick, but I just got a feeling. And then my sleeper defense will be Jordan Davis, and my sleeper offense is actually I got two. I think Jahan Dotson has a good game, a good year, but I really think that everybody's sleeping on Devontae Smith. I have a feeling he's going to have a monster year.
He was
Just
in the top
easily
100, right?
No, he was not.
Yeah. What were his stats like? Somebody let me.
He
What were
was under
Devontae Smith's stats
1,000
last
yards,
year?
I think.
Was he?
I think so. Let me see.
Huh.
I think he was under 1,000. He missed a game, right? He missed a couple.
Two?
How many?
Two games?
Yeah, that would probably cost him. I'm going to look it up. So Devontae had 68 catches for 833 yards. Yeah, 8 touchdowns. But he had the dagger. He is the dagger. The most important
All matters.
one he got.
Yeah.
Nick, thank you for super chat. Goes, I don't want Sydney starting. Makuba is healthy. I don't either, dude. I don't want him either. But I think we're gonna get him tomorrow for a little bit.
Yeah.
Roll Philly Dogs, thank you for super chat, my man. He goes, about time for the Philadelphia Eagles to control my weekly mood. I know, right? I know. I told the wife, I'll see you at Christmas. Komu Does, thank you for super chat. He goes, thank you for being a member for 12 months. He goes, I think Q is going to get his regular season interception tomorrow. I love it. I think he's going to have a good year. J&B, thank you for super chat. He goes, I want 2K yards for Saquon again. We'll get him into the Hall of Fame after the sticky Giants cost him 6 years. Also, how do you deal with Sills? He nitpicks so much. I mean, it's just like, it's like you have to have arguments of like, well, what if this guy is injured and he's only 70%? Then how could they play him? But they're not playing him at 70%. He's 100% or close. It's like, yeah, he's funny, man. Jay Smooth says the Eagles are going to lose 37-18. Yeah, right. Eagles from the South. Member for 12 months says Jahad Campbell 2 sacks tomorrow. Could you imagine? I did call a sack. Jordan Davis is going to have a blindside sack hit on Dak Prescott, causing a fumble that's going to be picked up by Jahad Campbell or Jalen Carter, and then the Eagles are going to have the ball deep in Dallas zone. It's going to blow the game open. My prediction. Roll Philly Dogs, thank you for the super chat. He goes, I know Vic is smarter than me, but I think Brown's starting is a mistake. I mean, I don't know that Brown's starting. The only reason he would is because he's got more reps. He's got more reps than the kid. That's it. It won't last.
Vic said that Makuba was, he kind of, he had the backset a little bit on that injury, that the couple injuries that he's had, but he said he was more ahead than when DeJean got injured last year, and DeJean really had to catch up last year.
Yeah, so I think Makuba's going to be good for us. I just think he needs to stay healthy. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, the dude did clearly. You can see right away that the kid is like he's got a nose for the football, man. Some guys just have that instinctive nose for football. He's one of them.
Yeah, it's true.
Samuel, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, Eagles MVP and Defensive Player of the Year, Jalen Carter. That would not surprise me.
Yeah.
Would not surprise me. AJ only had like 1,000 last year when he usually averages 13. Yeah, he missed 3 games last year.
Yeah,
those guys missed some games. When you miss games, that's going to happen. Then when you got a guy that's running 2,000 yards,
I know someone's going to.
You only have so many balls to go around.
Pause.
No diddy.
But
balls. No.
It was for AJ. It was like a really quiet 1,000. It was a quiet one. It wasn't. Like he knew he was going to do good this year, but it was, like you said, running, rushing this year was someone's going to hurt, obviously. So,
right.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. JD3, thank you for the super chat. Matchups you guys are excited for. Mine are Steen versus Osa Ojomo versus Booker, and Hunt versus Guyton. Yeah, I mean, those are all big advantages, in my opinion, over the Dallas Cowboys. I really think so. But if you want to go for like one a little more competitive, just because I think it's going to be interesting. How about DeJean and CeeDee Lamb,
assuming
that they'll keep Lamb in the slot. That's like mine versus Steen. Steen's way better than people think. Ojomo's good. Ojomo versus Booker, forget about it. I think the Eagles win those matchups, but CeeDee Lamb and Cooper DeJean is interesting to me.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Friend.
Oh boy.
Hello.
You got her.
Say hi.
Is that the new? Is that the fresh batch?
Yeah, 4 weeks old today.
Oh.
Say hi. What's going on? This cat likes to be held. One of them, like a couple of them, are still shy. This one's the one that it's purring. Here, you want a cat? You want a cat? I'm live. It's purring. Yeah, I want to see the matchup, the corners and those wide receivers, because they are good, and that's Dallas's strength. And if Q and CD, if Q and Coop are shutting it down, dude, yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah, Dak's like, look, was he going to throw over 38, 40 times? If that's going to be the case, turnovers are going to turnovers are going to happen because I don't see the run game. And look, if they could run on us with those running backs,
hey, bring it back. If you don't want to
be shocked, but
yeah, the cat was wanting me to hold it, so I'll hold it.
Lord said, "What they taste like, Philly
chicken." I can't eat that face. Look at that face.
Oh
no. Cooper DeJean already blanketed Lamb twice. Yeah, but you know what the Cowboy fans say, right? Well, they didn't have Dak Prescott who was the quarterback. That's what they say. So now Dak's there. Let's see what he does. I think it's interesting because if I'm Dallas, I want to get on the Eagles cornerback too. I want to get Pickens on that cornerback too, or Coop or CeeDee Lamb.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I think for Dallas to have a chance in this game, they've got to attack the Eagles with some big plays. Like if I'm Dallas, I'm taking big shots early because what I want to do is before the Eagles adjust to what we're doing, and since it's new, I want to try to take advantage of that.
True.
Let's see here. Philly 500, can you sing? I can't even remember the words. Tomorrow, I'll have to go listen to it. What is this? 3,300, the biggest, says, how the F is passing forced when they have arguably one of the best receiving cores? Oh, he's talking to somebody else. Well, the problem with their passing game, in my opinion, is obviously not their talent because they're very talented in the passing game, Dallas. The problem where I foresee that will bother them and hinder it is if they're too one-dimensional. Like if they don't have a running game, okay, and every team that you play every week knows you're throwing. I don't care what kind of team you have. Like if teams are playing against a one-dimensional team, it's hard for that. It's hard for it to be successful,
And I think in the playoffs too that I feel like when they're under the spotlight, I feel like they don't take what made them successful in the regular season. A lot of those teams, they reset when they hit the playoffs and change what they do, maybe play more conservative. And there's been a lot of rumors even the last year's, the last couple of years, even with Dallas in the playoffs. That the front office gets involved in a lot of what they do coaching wise in the playoffs. And I think it shows, honestly, it's crazy.
Yeah, no, I agree. Logan says, don't forget. Yeah, Ferguson's another guy that's a good. I think he's a good tight end. I mean, they got a good passing offense. That's not an issue. I mean, if you're going to tell me, do I think the Eagles are going to hold Dak Prescott to 30 yards passing? No, I think he's going to throw and get his yards. But the question that you really have to wonder is if they can't run the ball, then how can they be consistently moving through the air? Because once the Eagles know we're not worried about your run game, then the whole game changes.
No.
Do you guys think that they will force the passing game this year to the team's detriment just to keep AJ and Devontae happy. I don't think they would do it just to keep those guys happy. I think those guys are, even though they're stars and people won't, try to say stuff about AJ Brown, like, I think they're team first guys. I think they both are. And I don't think it's as big of an issue as, we hear the media make it out to be. I do worry that they try to overthink things, like, especially early on, like, okay, well, we got to cut down Barkley's carries to save him, keep him fresh. So let's throw the ball more. And then Patullo wants to come out and throw 30 times, 40 times. Then all of a sudden, I think you got a problem. I do worry about that, overthinking it, do what you do. And if you just stick to what you do well, nobody's beating this team.
Yeah.
There is no team that can match up against that offense when they're running.
But I think the only time AJ Brown is like not satisfied is when the team is not producing and he's not getting thrown the ball. I feel like if someone else is getting touchdowns, scoring, whether it's Saquon, whether it's somebody else, I think he's fine. Of course he wants the ball, but he gets frustrated in those games where they're not throwing to him and either their drops or their, just the connection between wide receiver to quarterback is just not there. And that's where he gets frustrated.
But AJ's like, him being upset or frustrated is not like T.O. being frustrated.
No.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't ever the same. But people try to make it out to be, and it's just not. Like the whole thing with the book on the sideline. Like people try to make it like, oh, he's checking out. Like, no, he was doing something he always does. So, Ace Lux, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, Dak might low-key be over the hill. He might be. I mean, he's 30. Mark said he was 31. He's actually 32 years old. So, I mean, and he's coming back from an injury, and he hasn't played at all in a game since his injury. So, how rusty is he going to be tomorrow? Komodos, thank you for the Super Chat. He goes, is that rookie Booker starting? I want to see if he can back up his talk against Carter. I think he is. Yeah, I think he is. I think he is. The Cowboys are going to be a bad version. Yeah, I think the Cowboys are going to stink, but, we'll see. Ace Lux, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, more interceptions in 8 games than Jalen had all the entire season. Isn't it great how the Cowboy fans, like, they kind of sweep that under the rug? They forget that Dak played, 8 games and stunk. I mean, he stunk. Yeah. He was horrible. And then they act like, oh, we didn't do anything because Dak. No. He played 8 games and was horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. Question is one receiver enough? Does Dallas have this run game that we're not aware of? That's the question. I mean, because if they can't, like, I swear, if they can't run the ball, they're not beating the Eagles. It's just not happening. Aaron Rasco, thank you for the Super Chat. With Micah gone, Aubrey is our best player. Enjoy the win, boys. Thank you.
Jesus.
Yeah, your kicker's excellent.
Hey, great.
No question. Unstable Eric, thank you for Super Chat. Goes, break out the butter. We got 2 slices of burnt toast starting tomorrow. I love it. I want to kill this team, dude. I want to crush them. I'm not even kidding, dude. I'm so tired of hearing about Dallas. Especially Mark's videos. Mark was like, today I got a notification. I have made 17,000 videos on YouTube. 17,000 videos. 17,000? My God. That's crazy, dude. If Dallas can't run, Dak is going to get smacked and the picks will rain in abundance. That's what I think. As long as you're getting pressure, right? If you're not getting pressure with that line and he's got all day to throw, then it's going to be a problem. But, where's Nolan Smith? We haven't heard anything about Nolan Smith or Jalen Hunt all camp, pretty much. You know? So, I have no idea what to expect. I'm very curious about Jalen Hunt because I think he's a player. I think he's going to be good this year. I think he's going to be a good player, but come on, he was a rookie last year, so we really don't know.
Yeah.
I know. Dante James says, Philly, much love to you all. We be back at it tomorrow. Let's go. Let's go is right. Mark makes 6 or 7 videos a day. I know. It's the craziest thing. And every one of those videos is an excuse for Dak. Ace Lux, thank you for the super chat. He goes, both Dallas O-line and running backs are bad. No way they run. Yeah, and I think that's the problem. Like, if you want to say, well, okay, the Eagles cornerback too with Dory Jackson, who's he going to do? Well, if you know that Dallas can't run the ball and you can put extra defensive backs there to help him out and mask that deficiency, Dallas isn't going to be able to take advantage of it, Joey.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So that's the issue. Again, Philly doesn't know Dallas offense. Well, that's Dallas's. That's Jay Smith. I agree. Like early on, that Dallas has to take advantage of it. Like the way I see it, you need to hit like 2 or 3 big plays, like like 60, 70-yard bombs. Like you need to take advantage of that early because what's going to happen is you're going to start playing, and when you get into the second half of that game, the Eagles. Vic Fangio and those defensive coaches are going to start to adjust to what you're doing, and they're going to know. You got to try to take it. Dallas wants a chance in this game. You need to hit on some big play. You need like 2 big plays early. You get that, and you can get up like a 10-0 lead. You got a chance.
Yeah,
but if you don't take advantage of it, if you guys come out and you're rusty and you're just you haven't played together, and it's 0-0 going in second quarter, you're done.
Yeah, they got to get in front. They got to get in front. They got to make the Eagles
I
work
think
for
Dallas's chance is early in the game. Take risks. Clark, thank you for the super chat. He goes 50 burger incoming. Carter 2.5. Campbell 1. Nolan 1. Oh, I love it. I love it. Cowboys think they're ballers when they win while we sit our players in Super Bowl runs. Clowns. Yeah, they think they're in the 1990s still, Dak is the best quarterback in the league when he's getting blown out. Oh, yeah, right. Mark's going to be like, yeah, Dak had a great game. He threw for 3 touchdown passes. Oh, yeah, but 2 came in the last 8 minutes of the fourth quarter. It's like, come on.
He'll get the garbage time yards at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. JJ says, Mark Holmes just got a notification, 17,000 videos. 17,000. Crazy. Anyways, what's your prediction for the game tomorrow, score-wise?
I'm going to say 31-17 if they have a good game with a couple flaws.
I got 34-17 Eagles.
Okay.
I like I said, I think early first quarter is going to be back and forth, feeling out, rusty. And then I think the Eagles settle down, start to run the ball, get into a rhythm, and then they just put it on the Cowboys at that point.
Yeah.
It looks like Ja'Cory Bennett is not starting. It looks like it's going to be a Dory. 35-20. I like it. Bro, Dallas has 0 chance of establishing any run game this year with the horrible O-line and backup running back. Right. And once teams know that, it's going to affect the passing game mightily. Mm-hmm. So, we'll see.
And you even talked about, too, like with Dallas, like I don't think they can afford any injuries because even some of these preseason games that their depth hasn't looked great either, and that's a whole other thing. They can't afford to lose guys during the season.
My biggest concern for the Eagles tomorrow is coming out offensively, trying to get away from the game, from what you do, like wanting to pass because you got a new offensive coordinator in the mix, or you're not getting home with those edge rushers. I want to see those guys. I want to see Nolan Smith ball out tomorrow and Jalen. If I see that, I'll know where we're at. You know what I mean?
Right.
But before we get out of here, guys, I'm not going to go too long tonight because it's late. We do have some things we want to talk to you about.
Okay.
I'll let you talk about them, but
I sent you go to the actual. I said go on your go on X. I sent you 2 links, by the way. Separate links. Do the link for that first.
The links.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Here you go. There's a link in this thing. And then let me. I gotta
Sorry,
put
guys, 1
this. It
second.
won't let me. It won't let me do it. I have to switch it. I have to put it in.
All right, that's fine. You could just show.
Here, no, I'll just do it like that. Here you go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is that good? Do you see it? No, you don't see it. Now you see it.
There it is.
All right. Go ahead. I'll let you talk.
Okay. So the Philly Shakedown podcast merch. So we're rolling out some things right now. We have a lot more rolled out than this, but we have the new Super Bowl champions Philadelphia Eagles t-shirt that we got made. And this is the premium shirt. There's going to be 2 shirts. One is going to have the Super Bowl champions. Just the front of the shirt will be the cheaper shirt. And the more premium shirt will have the front as you're seeing it right now. The back is going to have Jalen Hurts' Super Bowl ring on the back, saying money is nice, championships are better on the back of that. So that's the first thing that we have rolling out for anybody that's still interested in Super Bowl stuff. Obviously, we have those Jalen Hurts shirts, him with the trophy sitting down. We still have those shirts in the store as well. But yeah. And
go. Look at that. We found it.
So we found a distributor. Okay. We got something done for a company to be making Super Bowl rings. Me and Phil. Now I forgot mine. I
forgot mine too.
Okay. We'll show it next time. But we got a sample of these rings first before if we want to sell them or not. We want to look at it. We want to see how it feels. Obviously, it's not real diamonds. We're not high rollers.
No, it's not. It's not anything. It's not anything expensive, and we didn't want to do something really expensive where people couldn't get it if they wanted. We wanted to get something that if you just wanted a replica, just something, you have a chance that's actually affordable and not, for only some people to be able to get. So definitely check the link. We'll put the links in the description when this is over because I just got them. So
yeah, we tried on the rings today. We just got the samples between today and yesterday, and they feel good. They're really heavy. I know they're alloy rings. They make them from scratch, and
and the wings pop out, which is the most important thing for me. The wings.
Yeah, the engravings are on the back of the ring on the inside. All the engravings, all that stuff. So everything is on that ring that you want.
Yeah,
everything.
And like you said, it's we didn't, it's not the full all bunch of diamonds and stuff. Like we wanted it to be where people could actually have a chance to actually get it. So I'll put the links in the descriptions.
Yeah.
I'll throw it in the chat too, real quick. For you guys.
It comes with if you look at the picture on the site, it actually comes in a really nice, like reddish type box. So it actually comes with a box as well, which is pretty cool. So
so you check it out and I'll try to remember to wear mine tomorrow.
I forgot. I literally forgot I was pissed. I got home before doing the stream.
Mine's downstairs. I was showing my wife. So yeah,
but they're nice.
Anyways, but yeah, it's nice. If for a replica, you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect for what it is. No doubt about it. Now, are you streaming tomorrow's game?
Yes, it will be.
Yeah. So Joey will be live. I will be live. You may see me tomorrow doing test stuff because I'm trying out different streaming softwares. Just because I want to see if I'm actually really being throttled or maybe it's just my streaming software that's pissing me off. Yeah, mine was 50. Yeah. No more than that. I don't think we're not making like a bunch of money. We wanted just to be able to share it with people mainly.
It's
have people have a chance to get something. It wasn't really to make money.
Yeah, the problem is that a lot of people that were trying to get these rings, I know the Eagles for a limited time were selling them for like 150, like the replica ones, and then they took them off for a limited time. But there's a lot of people that are trying to buy rings, and the problem is a lot of people don't trust these third-party websites that are selling them, and some of them are just crazy expensive. And I think a lot of them are making them cheaply being made, and they're charging crazy money for it. These rings, I think, are $40-something. And for that price, they're actually really good. Like, we weren't just going to sell them. Like, we got samples first before we even were going to do any of this. I'm like, give us a sample because,
we told them that, we needed to see it first in our hands before we would just, offer them. Like I said, they're more for us to share with everybody. Adam, thank you for the super chat. He goes, one more sleep, Joey. Hope you're pumped as I am. Apparently, Brown and Jackson starting at safety and corner tomorrow, per Jeff McClain. Are you worried?
Nah, I mean, a little bit. I mean, I think they're going to throw these guys into the fire, see what they could do. Like, I kind of said this in a video I made yesterday, that with the Dory Jackson situation, I think it's a Dory's job to lose. I think they want to just put him in there, and you're either going to sink or swim. And I think it's. I mean, look, I don't know if I'm not expecting a Dory Jackson to have some crazy season with the Eagles this year, because I wouldn't have really expected that. But I think at some time, like Jacorian Bennett is going to get thrown in there, and I think it's going to happen sooner or later. But I just don't want it to be. I don't want Fangio to keep a Dory in the game for I don't want him to keep him like for 4 to 5 weeks in there and then throw Bennett in there when. I don't want him to lose confidence. They throw him in there. He doesn't play corner for a while in game. And I don't know. I just want this to be like, how long are you going to give this for a Dory Jackson being in there? I don't know.
I'm going to give it about a half. I'm giving it a half.
Yeah.
Matt says, Philly, don't be experimenting. Don't during the not during the game, before the game. Before the game. If I'm not comfortable with trying new software, I'll just stick with the old one and I'll try it maybe against like the Chiefs game or something. But I gotta try something. Muscletron, thank you for the super chat, my man. He goes, what's going on, fellas? Happy season opener eve. Who's y'all surprise stand up for tomorrow? I said mine earlier, Jordan Davis. I think Jordan Davis is going to have a big blindside sack on Dak Prescott, cause a fumble that's going to break the game wide open. I think Jordan Davis is going to surprise people.
Yeah.
500, who's going to cover the speed demon, Cavante Turpin? It's going to be ugly. You think what? Turpin's going to have – what's Turpin's career high in receptions? What's his career high in yards? I'm curious. I mean, what is he? Tyreek Hill now? We got to worry about him. Will he even get maybe what? He'll get 2 passes, get hit once, and be out of the game. He ain't worried about him.
Who's going to hold those blocks long enough for these guys to even finish their routes at that point?
Let me ask you, who's going to stop Saquon Barkley tomorrow? Dwight? Who's going to stop Saquon?
That's weird.
I'm waiting.
So weird.
Come on. Who's going to stop that offensive line? You think because you got one guy from Green Bay that can't even stop the Eagles last year? Remember, the Eagles beat them twice? You think he's going to be a problem for that line?
They did the same shit. When the other guy that we knocked down the Super Bowl in 2017. When they got him, they made a big deal out of him.
Yeah. Jay Smooth says, boo, Philly. Keep saying boo. That's music to my ears. We love that sound. Adam, thank you for the super chat. He goes, the Brown move is what boggles my mind more. I don't know how many more chances we got to give him. I get it. He hits the tackles decently, but him and Reed can't cover well, in my opinion. I like Sidney Brown, but damn, I think the only reason why he's playing is because Makuba got hurt. Makuba took over and then got hurt again. Look, I would not be surprised if you see Makuba inserted at some point during that game and just kept out there.
Yeah.
So I'm with you with Brown, though. I agree.
I mean, Adam. I mean, here's where I'm going to disagree, because when have we really given him a chance? Even, I mean, under Vic Fangio, this is his first year in this scheme. It's his first year. So he played in a totally different scheme in 23. Like, this is his very first year under Vic Fangio. So learning a new scheme within his first year, I'm not high on him as I want him to start. Definitely not. But we'll just see what happens. I mean, like, I think you just have to let things flow, give things time. I mean, who knows? Brown comes in there. I mean, who knows? I mean, I don't think he's horrible, but I don't think he's the worst player I've ever seen.
Texas Smoke says, we winning by picking you all apart. You all relying on your rushing the passer. Your secondary is shit, and your linebackers are trash. I want to congratulate Texas Smoke on being the first time traveler in world history, because obviously he just jetted to the future since the early 2000s or something, because you don't even make any sense. The Eagles linebackers are stocked. We only had should have been the defensive player of the year at linebacker last year. Got a first round linebacker who's ready to start. Not to mention our pass rush. Well, our pass rush comes from our interior, which is really, really good. And your line is suspect. The Eagles, the fact is, we don't need to rush the passer to beat you. All we have to do is keep you one-dimensional, because if you can't run the ball, you can't pass the ball the whole game. That's the truth. I think he traveled here from another time, because he's got the wrong Eagles team. I don't know what team he's been watching for the last year. My God. Roll Philly Dogs. Thank you for Super Jacobs. Texas Smoke got to be smoking crack. Yeah, man. Crazy. Ace Luck. Thank you for Super Chat. He goes, they forget Fangio knows how to deal Dak and owns them. That's true. That's definitely true. Who's going to stop CeeDee Lamb and Pickens and Ferguson? Cooper DeJean, Zach Bond, and Q. Done. It's over. It's over.
Why is it that having super weapons is the only thing that's gonna make you win games? Like, there's so much more. If you have no run game and your protection is not gonna, and let me tell you, that protection is not gonna last the entire game. So these for Pickens and Lamb and Ferguson, like, do you think they're gonna have Turpin? Do you think they're gonna have all this time to create all this separation? They're not gonna have all the time.
If you can't run the ball, I just see it being a problem. And it will affect if they're gonna get big yards passing. I really think it's gonna be early in the game or late in the game when game's over. Cherry Cabra says 500. I have not heard anything from Reed Blankenship. What's up with him? Well, he hasn't. I mean, he hasn't seen the field all preseason as well. He's a starting safety. He's not been there on the field. So, you can't really know much until he gets on the field. As far as him like talking and speaking, he had a podcast came out today. He's fine, ready to go. Kevin B. Davis Super Chat goes, let's get this party started, right? I'm with you, bro. Dallas fans are once again as delusional as ever, going into whatchamacallit. Dude, they don't realize they're more like the Cleveland Browns than the 90s Cowboys. Not the same team, Splendid says 500. We're forgetting that the Cowboys have a rookie head coach and defensive coordinator that was like 28th against the run in Chicago. Yeah. I mean, and when do we ever have problems with Chicago? Not really ever.
No, been a while.
Yeah. It's going to be a long night for Cowboy fans. I can see that now. But with that said, man, it is time for us to get out of here. Anything else you want to say before we get out?
No, I think that's it. Like, that's season starting tomorrow. We're ready to go. We'll obviously have a shakedown tomorrow, and we'll talk about everything. And yeah. When does the game start? I'm confused on when the game starts.
I think 5 or 8. I think
8:30. Yeah, 8:30, something like that.
Something like that, like 8:20 kickoff, something.
I figured, yeah.
Then we'll do post game. Then I'm gonna be up to like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
So Friday's gonna be a hell of a day.
Yes.
But all right, guys. With that said, we are out here. Thank you so much, everybody. And next time you see us, it's gonna be game day. With that said, we out. Peace.
Peace out.
You got plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit! Dad! No!
It's over! It's over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to feed the seed lamb. Trying to feed the seed lamb. You trying to feed the seed lamb. You got to give it the seed lamb. God. It's over. It's over, Dad. Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.